everyone, welcome to our day 3 of Kali Linux tutorial in ethical hacking course. And in this course, we will be covering the important Linux commands which is required to operate in any of the Linux operating systems such as Ubuntu. So now let's print pwd command. Pwd command, as you can see, stands for print working directory. And now currently we're inside an directory known as Kali, which is a username. So that's what our terminal is returning to us. So now let's try to change. Let's try to change our directory from Kali to downloads, if that's possible. You can see we can change our directories. Now cd command is used to change the directory. Now inside the downloads, let's assume we have a folder. Let's say call it as ABC, and we need to access it. Let's try to navigate to that particular folder using cd command. Oh no, we're getting an error. The error says that there is no such file or directory called as ABC. That's such an interesting error, and we're getting this error because there is no such folder. So now let's confirm that using ls command. Now what is ls command? I will cover up in a few more seconds. So there it is. We don't have an ABC folder or directory. Let's create a directory with mkdir command. Mk stands for make, dir stands for directory. So that's and in whole stands for make directory. Let's create an ABC directory. Now let's try to navigate to ABC. Yeah, we have successfully navigated. Here you can see the difference. Main difference is if there is an folder or subfolder of your choice. In our case it's ABC. If it's an existing one, you can see it's highlighted. If there's no such subdirectory, it's not highlighted. That's one of the key takeaway from this lecture. And to navigate back to our previous directory, you can use cd dot double dot, so which takes us back to our previous directory, that is downloads. So now one more important thing I would like to say is you can use cd command to change to only directory, but not to any of the other different things such as file. Exactly, you cannot change to a file. You can only view a file, not change to it. Okay, we are now in downloads, as you can see. And now let's remove the folder. Let's use, so for to remove something within Kali or within a Linux operating system, we can use rm command followed by the file or folder we need to delete. Let's try this out. Now let's try this out and check what output we are getting. It says rm, that is rm command cannot remove the ABC because it's in the directory. So now we learned that rm means to remove something, right? Remove something. Let's keep it as that for now. Now why are we not able to delete an directory? Is it some sort of rule within a Linux that you cannot delete a directory? No, it's not like that. You can delete a directory with rm command itself, but you have to specify it with something like the -r and click enter. Now it's deleted. So now there are two ways to delete something. Where if there's a file, let's say rm file dot txt or whichever extension whichever extension it may be, the remove command removes the file if it's a file with rm command, but the remove same rm command won't remove a folder with the same command. You have to specify with -r Now -r stands for recursive. -r stands for recursive. Yeah, that's right. Now, next we will learn, and I have a disclaimer that that kindly don't delete any file or folder within your Linux boot system. I will show you boot system instructors in a few more minutes. Don't try to remove those folders. If you remove those folders, you basically your Linux machine will crash, and we don't want such a thing to happen. The next thing we will try to do is sudo. Yeah, sudo stands for root privilege. Sudo stands for root privilege followed by su dash. Now sudo su dash means get me the root privilege as super user. Now that's the meaning of su. We are saying I need to be a super user now with all the root permissions when we run this command. Sudo means getting the root access, su means super user, dash is that's how the syntax works. So now we click here and enter our password. Now we are root, which means we can basically make any changes in the machine as a root user. Now let's try to print our current working directory. It says root. Now I will show you one more command called ls command. Let's exit this for a second. Now again, exit command stands for exiting an operation, or terminal. Exit command stands for exiting an operation, just as we did right now, and it can also be used to exit a terminal as well. To exit and terminal session or current job.